So in the case of Malawi, we noted one challenge, which is the fact that we don't have a functional labor market information system. So when universities would want to develop their curriculum or review it, they needed to find some sort of justification, some sort of evidence for them to ensure that the curriculum they are developing or the reviews they are initiating are in line with what the market is demanding or what the market is needing them to do. So that's a challenge which we noted. And we also noted that there's a kind of an opportunity because we have got a number of online job centers where they do receive adverts for different vacancies. They do linkages in terms of linking prospective employees to prospective companies. And that one of them is by job.com. So they had a pool of data which we wanted to utilize as a proxy to the missing labor market information system. So what happened was we analyzed 15,000 online job vacancies, where the idea was to generate data that would help us to develop a draft framework, which could be used by institutions of higher education for them to ensure that the courses they are developing are capturing what the industry is demanding. Our primary focus was on the non-technical skills, which is also called soft skills, some call it employability skills. That was our primary focus because this is the first of its kind. So it's more or less like a pilot. And we wanted to see how the data is going to come out, how the framework is going to come out, and how the same would be supported by institutions of higher education, as well as Ministry of Education, Science and Technology in terms of its adoption and the final utilization. So what we wanted to achieve by the end of the day is to ensure that we provide an opportunity for evidence-based programming in terms of curriculum development. That was our major goal or major objective of the whole exercise. In as far as ensuring that courses are including the employability skills, because more often these times, the digital age and even the coming in of COVID, the industry is demanding beyond just the technical qualifications. They would demand someone to be the fast learner. They would demand someone to be good at multitasking because they are downsizing, and they want to ensure that whoever comes into the job market is performing to his or her utmost optimal level in terms of multitasking and ensuring that he or she is being productive to the industry he or she has joined. So that was the main objective of the study. So when we captured the data, we had around 834 skills that were captured. One company would say we want someone who is good at communicating in English. Someone would say we want a good English speaker. Because we are using machine learning in terms of capturing the data, those two would be taken as two different variables. So we had to go back to the table, try to clean it, ensuring that we have got a single phrasing for a single skill set. That now is down to 134 skills. You find that under communication, you have got the verbal skill, the writing skill, so on and so forth, but they all make a component called communication. So we had to cluster that again into 11 final cluster skills, which we wanted to use for the sake of developing the employability framework in Malawi. Thank you so much.
On the results, we have been able to develop a taxonomy of employability skills that are valued by employers, which could be utilized for future analysis and for training HR professionals on how to write job descriptions or job vacancies that should be advertised online. We developed a National Employability Skills Framework that has been developed, which guides skills assessment curriculum alignment for higher institutions of learning, career services, and focused training programs. A platform for collaboration for industry and institutions of higher learning now exists to ensure alignment of curriculum and job market trends. The National Council for Higher Education, which is an accreditation body for higher education institutions in Malawi, is already considering how to utilize the framework for either quality assurance or quality enhancement. A simple job or two was used to pass through the 15,000 job vacancies that were in the database to extract the own and technical skills that were advertised by the employers. They were then clustered around thematic areas, and then the frequencies are aggregated accordingly. We held workshops with key stakeholders, including industries and institutions of higher learning and government officials, including the Ministry of Labor, to finalize their analysis and develop a national framework. The participation was key because it ensured ownership, that all the stakeholders owned the framework, and they will be obliged to utilize it once it's finalized and it's approved by government. Meetings with institutions of higher learning were held to facilitate alignment of curricula with framework as a trial, so that we could also get some inputs and feedback on how we could do the process and future analysis better. Conclusions. In the absence of a functional labor market information system in Malawi, we propose that online job vacancy analysis should be considered as an option that should fill the gap and ensure that there's an ongoing alignment of industry skills needs with the curriculum of institutions of higher learning, so that it's systematic, it's based on evidence, it's ongoing. At the same time, the platform that has been set up for industry and institutions of higher learning should be sustained beyond the activity, so that even after the end of the project, this should be an ongoing process that ensures that there's a healthy partnership between industry and institutions of higher learning, beyond just employability skills, to include internships and other elements where either of the parties has concerns.